Hello my friend, welcome back to the channel. So, today I want to talk about something which I saw in this community that I'm in. Some guys were talking about how they basically weren't going down, the conventional path of life where, you go to college and you get a degree and you do all this shit and then you get a job, whatever, right? And there was one guy who was saying that he's basically cut himself off from like socializing and doing any of this stuff because basically like obviously the people who go there just aren't really, they don't match his values, and he's not the kind of people that he would want to be around because they probably negatively influence him, right? And I was in the exact same position. I went to university for 6 weeks, barely socialized. I spoke to the people in my flat, my flatmates here and there, but that was literally it. And well, not even flatmates, hallmates, like they lived in the same halls as me, so it was like the same apartment building blocks, right? You know what I mean? So I just spoke to them whenever I saw them, but for the most part, I never went out, I never socialized, I never spoke to new people, apart from those people, right? And here's the thing with that, is that this idea that you're like now on self-improvement and you're improving yourself, and of course you want to surround yourself with like the best people possible who do want to bring you up. Absolutely, you want to find friends who are also on this path, and if you can do that, that's great. However, don't think that you need to cut yourself off completely socially because you think that because you're now on self-improvement, associating with anyone who doesn't fit your values and isn't on self-improvement is a bad thing. That's not the case at all. Improving your social skills, speaking to more people, is part of self-improvement. It's part of improving yourself as a person. You can't expect to get to many places in life if you're not leveling up that skill of social skills, of improving the way you communicate to people, of reading social skills books and implementing what you read. But of course, the best thing is just to take action, just go speak to people. It's really not that hard to speak to people. Honestly, it's just smile, use their name quite a lot. Well, not loads, obviously, but smile, use their name, talk about them. It's really that simple, right? And obviously just be kind. People overcomplicate it. You know what I mean? It's just, they're just not willing to take action. That's really all it is. But yeah, I mean, just don't fall into this trap of isolating yourself completely socially, thinking that, oh, I'm on monk mode. I think monk mode, unless you've got some kind of experience to back yourself up, or you're doing some kind of business or venture that you're really dedicated to, where you pretty much have to isolate yourself to make really good progress. If that's not the case for you, which it probably isn't, because you probably haven't fucking done anything. You want to start a self-improvement channel, but you haven't done anything with your life. That doesn't mean you can still start a self-improvement channel like I have with this channel, but like, I'm not on monk mode because I have no reason to be on monk mode. I haven't done anything. You know what I mean? So unless I'd lived like 10 years of like crazy life experience and I was here to teach you all my lessons, okay, that's different. But I haven't done that. I'm just here reporting what I've learned as I'm learning it. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean I have to go monk mode. It means I actually have to go out into the world and do stuff to then report back to you, right? But a lot of guys, they mistake it. Anyway, point being, don't isolate yourself. It's only gonna do more harm than good for you. I've spoken to guys and they literally said like, yeah, I went on monk mode, I shaved my head, did all this fucking shit, and I realized a month later that I had nothing else to speak about in my videos. They're doing a self-improvement channel. Everyone's doing a fucking self-improvement channel nowadays. Everyone. And it's like, how many of those guys actually have stuff to speak about? You know what I mean? Of course, I'm saying this to fucking doing a self-improvement channel, but I'm not doing this for likes or views or any of that bullshit. I'm literally just here because I enjoy making these videos and I enjoy helping people. And I'm just teaching you what I learn as I learn it. That's really that simple. That's literally how it goes. And I'm also being super authentic. I'm literally just hitting record. I get an idea, I hit record and I speak. That's all I do, right? And if you enjoy, that's great. You know what I mean? It's a win-win for both of us. But yeah, don't isolate yourself completely from other people. And don't think just because they're not high-value people and they're on self-improvement, don't think that you can never associate with them. Does it mean that you should keep around friends who are a super negative influence on you? No, I don't think so. I stopped hanging out with all my old friends just because of the level of... I didn't like who I became when I was around them so often, right? And when you realize that, like, okay, I don't like the person that I'm becoming, I don't like the kind of person that I am, I don't like the things that I do when I'm around these people, I feel worse just by being around these people. My mental health gets worse. I start doing more degenerate activities. That's when you should cut them off, right? That's what I did. However, you also don't want to fall into the trap, again, of just completely cut yourself off socially, because then you're just going to lose all your social skills. And this is the point of the video. It's going to make you weird. Self-improvement makes you weird. And it's not even just social skills. This goes for a lot of things. I mean, even the whole, like, no fap semen retention movement. Although I'm a big advocate of quitting porn, I'm not an advocate of the no fap movement. I'm just an advocate of quitting porn, right? That's what I've spoken quite a lot about on this channel, about how to quit porn. Even, like, don't watch porn, but at the same time, it's like, I do think that after a while of just retaining your seed and just not really going and seeking women, you do become kind of weird. And I've definitely sensed this in myself. I just become fucking by not speaking to people, by isolating myself and being on semen retention, I become weird. I feel it in myself. I become a weird guy. And it's just one of those things that you need to make sure, like, you're at least doing something. Now, this doesn't mean to hang out with complete degenerates. It doesn't mean to go out and go clubbing and fuck loads of girls. It doesn't mean any of that shit, right? It just means find a way, find an avenue where you can improve those things by not being a complete degenerate. And that's authentic to you. So for one person, it might be going to a sports club. For another person, it might be going to an arts club. You know what I mean? It's just trying these new things. I used to do acting. I might go back just because, why not? But I used to go to acting classes, not really for the acting, but more for the social aspect, which I really enjoyed. And it was like the one thing every week that I actually looked forward to, because it was something social. I was speaking to people. I would enjoy myself, right? The rest of the time I was at home, monk mode, grinding away. You're not doing anything. You need to be around people. You need to be interacting with people. And if you're not doing that for the sake of monk mode, self-improvement, like, I'm not going to associate anyone who's not got a fucking, what's it called? What's that thing about high value man? Shit, I don't fucking know. Anyway, sexual SMVs, sexual market value. And I haven't got an SMV of 7.5. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, honestly, go out and speak to people. Just be nice to people. If you're nice to people, that's all that matters. And if they're not receptive to you, then clearly they're just grumpy. They're just miserable people who you wouldn't even want to be around anyway. By being nice, you will attract the kind of people who you would want to speak to anyway, because they'll be nice back. You know what I'm saying? So go out and actually do stuff. Go out and speak to people. Don't just completely shut yourself off for the sake of self-improvement and thinking, oh, but I need to be on my grind, and oh, if I'm around one person who's a bad influence, like, you also got that belief in yourself that you think that just because if you're around people who are a negative influence, you're going to end up bad. Of course, if your entire friend group is a negative influence, of course that's going to happen. But if you're around like one or two people on a consistent basis who maybe aren't the best influence, for the most part, you can overcome that. You're just being a bit of a pussy, let's just be honest. For me, it's like my entire friend group were the same. So it's like kind of different. Like, there was like 7 people, right? So it's different, but maybe I'm coping, who fucking knows? But yeah, I mean, just the point of this video is just don't think that you're better than people just because you're on self-improvement. I meditate, so I'm, but like, let's be honest, me and you, we're fucking nothing. We are literally nothing right now. In this world, we provide absolutely fuck all value. We're on self-improvement. Okay, great, you're on self-improvement, that's fantastic. You're improving your life, great. But at the end of the day, no one actually gives a fuck about you. No one gives a fuck about you. That's the truth. No one actually gives a fuck. You don't give a fuck about people you see on the street. They don't give a fuck about you. And so why not just go out and improve your social skills? Why not go speak to more people? You know what I'm saying? To improve those skills, then level up so that people do care about you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just don't end up like a weirdo who doesn't speak to people, who isolates himself completely, monk mode, and then fucking doesn't do anything. Just hasn't done anything with his life. You know what I'm saying? Do stuff with your life. It's basically the message of this video. Go out, speak to people, and do stuff with your life. Okay? If you're on monk mode and you're doing some fucking business that's really working out for you, it's different, okay? This doesn't apply to you. Okay? Don't know why you're watching this video, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video, though. Hope you got some value. And I hope you remember from now on to just not be a fucking weirdo and go out there and speak to more people. This video was way longer than it needed to be, I'll be honest. But it is what it is. It's what it is. I hope you watched it in 2 times speed, because in that way you would have actually got you would have watched it faster. I don't fucking know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, boys. Until the next one. Oh yeah, quick one. I've got coaching in the description if you were interested in that. Honestly, I don't care if you buy or not. Like, it's completely up to you, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna try push it or anything, but it's just there if you're interested. But yeah, coaching down below. Till the next one, boys. stay focused.